Well, folks, there's a new player in town, and if you haven't yet seen one of these things in action yet, let me tell you something. What's inside this box, you're going to be really impressed with it. Let's take a look at the Aurora Miniatures SD60F. Alright guys, we're here ready to take a look at this debut model for Aurora Miniatures here in North America. Of course, it is a model of the Canadian National SD60F, and I'm going to come out and say it right now, folks. If you have not watched the videos that some of these other channels have put out on this locomotive, I'm just going to come out and straight say it. After you watch this video, like I said, if you haven't seen what the reviews that some of these other channels did on this locomotive, this thing is a game changer. The features that's on this locomotive will, I think, change the way we'll see HO scale locomotives moving forward. This thing is amazing. There's just no other way to put it out. If this locomotive is anything like what what the reviews on these other channels have shown, we're in for a real treat. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. I'm telling you folks, this thing's going to be a game changer, I think. So, I mean, what a way to introduce yourself to the North American market. So yeah, I mean, so, you know what, let's just get started with the review. Let's go ahead and start with the box. Very nice, sturdy box. I really like this, the way they've got this photographed, or got this presentation going on right here, where it kind of looks like an oil painting on the front, kind of reminiscent of the Athearn Blue Box days, when they had the nice painted pictures on their boxes. Of course, you notice on the box, the photo depicts an AC 4400 CW hauling a potash train. Of course, that's kind of a dead giveaway right there, the second unit being a CP rail engine. So, by the way, this is a Canadian-based company. So this will be the, I believe this will be the second Canadian-based company we've actually took a look at on this channel, because we've also looked at the Rapido B36-7 in the past. So, so this is going to be fun. But just kind of continuing on here, box very nice and sturdy. Looks like it'll protect the model very nice in storage and transport. We'll get to the inside of it here when we lift it up, but I'll kind of flip it over on its side and let you guys get a look at some of the writing on there. Sometimes my camera doesn't like to focus, so I'll just go ahead and zoom in where you guys can kind of read the writing on the side here. So we'll kind of come across here. We'll let it focus, hopefully. So, okay, I see what's going on. Sorry about that. So, yeah, really cool there on the product. Come across, back across, where you guys can kind of get a look at that. And then we'll turn it around, let you see the other side. Of course, it's in French on this side, so we'll come across, let you read that. So yeah, really cool. So without further ado, let's kind of take a tour of what's inside this locomotive. Sorry about that. My camera's a little sensitive on the zoom, so let's go ahead and lift this guy off. Now, one thing you're going to notice, these Aurora miniature, at least as far as the SD60F is concerned, is packaged, where the locomotive actually rests is actually similar to what Atlas and Intermountain does. And in fact, what I'll do when I edit this video together, I'll go ahead and place a Atlas and a Intermountain locomotive on the video where you guys can kind of see how they're packaged, and it's basically the same as what you're going to see with this Aurora Miniatures model. So I'll go ahead and throw that picture up right now. Okay, continuing on with the review. Of course, we got our parts diagram right here. Shows you how to remove the body shell and everything. So I'll flip that open. You get a nice little drawing of the SD60F, and of course, right here is your function list. This is going to be very important when we test the locomotive. So I'll kind of let you guys get a readout on that. So flip this open right here. Of course, that shows you how to access parts of the locomotive. So very, very good. Very good. So, and of course, we got some extra decals too. Now, when I first unboxed this locomotive during Dave Thurber's stream back on Friday night, on his Friday night hangout show, we noticed that the engine came with extra decals. Now, if I understand right, when I asked Trackside Mike about this, these are for like the to kind of modernize the locomotive with the reflector stripes and some of the extra decaling that goes on the locomotive right here. But that's really cool if they included that. So yeah, I like that a lot. So I like that a lot. So. Yeah, so basically I think these decals are for like if you want to go a little bit more modern with the locomotive, where you can model it in present day. So yeah, it looks cool. I probably won't use these, but I'll keep them around for you never know. I'll go ahead and keep them around in case I decide to put them on. So that's pretty cool they did that. So okay, let's pull this engine out right quick. And like I said, you'll notice there she is. You'll notice that that this thing is packaged a lot like the Intermountain and the Atlas engines, the current Atlas locomotives, where you have the locomotive screwed to this base right here. Maybe a little difficult to see with this this cover right here and the plastic sides, but we'll get to that when we undo it. Of course, you got a little foam piece here protecting the top. Looks really good. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you that. Let's go ahead and kind of slide this guy out right here. Of course, that slides out nice and easy. And we'll start by pulling the sides off right here. So just bear with me. Of course, them just come off just like that. And there you go. Move that out of the way. So, okay, we got the sides off. Now you can kind of see that plastic base a little bit better where the engine is screwed to it. This little baggie right back here, that's taped to the base here. These are your extra bearing caps right here, and these two little pieces right here, it may be a little hard to see them, but these little pieces right here are the rear view mirrors, and they'll go, oops, my fingers are in the way. Let me get something kind of pointing at that where you guys can see that, and I'll zoom in on it right there. So those little pieces will go right here. There's actually a couple little holes that's drilled in right there, and that's where these little guys right here will go. It's a little hard to see them, but there's a couple of rear mirrors, and they'll you'll just put them in. Whoops! You'll just put them in right there on each side. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So, all right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and unscrew the locomotive. And I'm going to kind of do this off camera because I'm going to have to actually hold the locomotive to do this. So I don't think I can take this thing off while I'm filming. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here. I'm going to take this thing off the base, and we'll get set on our display track and start taking a look at it. So we'll be right back. Okay, I got this thing unboxed now, and I kind of got it turned where we're facing the, or looking at the front end of the locomotive here. I've also whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I've also grabbed my other phone because of this part of the locomotive being painted black, it's going to be a little difficult to see some of the details. So I'm going to shine a light on it where you guys can kind of see that a little better. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. That looks a whole lot better. So, okay, and excuse my arm for being in the way. So let's go ahead and get started with the tour of this locomotive. So let's start here at the front. A lot of nice details on the front. Of course, you got your MU hoses right here, right there. You got a brake hose right there. Now, I believe this coupler is Aurora Miniature's own in-house brand of coupler, but it looks very good. Has a nice scale appearance. Looks really nice. Front handrails look all really, really good. You got your ditch lights right here. Looks nice. There's your headlight, number boards, and your class lights are right up here, which do function, by the way. So that's going to be a really fun thing when we get to the operations part. Nice grab irons on the plow here. You can see the coupler cut lever right there with the wide ends. Nose door looks really nice. The windshield looks really, really good. Of course, you got windshield wipers right here. You got a bell up here, and I'm going to kind of tilt the camera up where you can see that a little bit. Right there, you got a nice looking bell, which is kind of a nice staple of these Canadian SD60Fs. They look really, really cool. So, of course, you got your grab irons right here. Looks really, really good. Cab sunshades look nice. We'll fly over the top of this locomotive and get a better look at the top, but we'll, here in just a minute, but we'll go down the side of this guy right here. Again, looks very good, and I'm going to take my light and shine it right here on the trucks where you guys can see it a little better. So, got nice grab irons, runs down the doors. Steps look very good with the yellow highlights. Looks really nice. Truck detail looks very nice. Of course, they do have spinning bearing caps on them, which is really cool. Looks really good. The detail's all really, really nice on this model. So, all looks good. Of course, you got ground lights. And one interesting thing to note here, This may be a little difficult to see, and I'll try to zoom in on it here right quick. I'm going to zoom all the way in. Let me tilt my camera down just a bit. Okay. So, and I'm going to have to be careful where I point this, but there's your step light right there. And by the way, this locomotive does have functioning step lights, which is a really cool feature. That is a really cool feature that I saw in these engines. I'm excited to try that out as well when we get to it. So, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Of course, the lettering is here on the locomotive. All looks very good. Looks readable under magnification. Of course, the highlights on the steps look really nice. Walkway tread looks good. And I'll tilt that down where you guys can get a better look at that. And while I've got it zoomed in on the trucks here, check it out. You don't have this, the way they've got this truck designed, you don't have this bottom clip that shows up like you do on other models. That is a really cool thing they've done. It actually makes it look more like a actual traction motor on these locomotives. The way they've got it designed underneath, which is a really neat feature that they've done with these locomotives. So that's really, really cool. And I'll try to flip this thing over on its side where you guys can get a look at that. So come down here. Of course, there's a better look at the step detail right there. There's your sanding lines right there. Looks good. Just a wealth of detail on these trucks. I mean, it looks really, really nice. So, okay, I'll zoom back out where we can kind of get a better look at the locomotive as a whole. The grill detail looks really nice. There's your dynamic brake grid right there. Looks good with the fan on top. You can just barely make out the horn right there. We'll see it better when we turn the engine around, look at the other side. But fuel tank detail looks really, really good. I'll kind of zoom in on that where you guys can get a better look at the details. I mean, lots of piping on this engine. Just looks fantastic. Looks really good. Of course, there's the sanding lines for the rear truck right there. Looks really nice. There's the rear truck detail. This chain looks really good, and that is actual chain, by the way. I'll see. Kind of tapped it right there, but that's an actual chain. Comes down through there. Looks really, really nice on this locomotive. So yeah, just a wealth of detail. Of course, your brake cylinders look great too. Shock struts. Again, rotating bearing caps on the outer axles. Looks very, very good. Let's come around to the rear of this guy here, and I'll kind of spin it around here. So, excuse my arms for being in the way, but let's kind of start up here at the top. Of course, there's the radiator cooling fans right here, which do function, by the way. Nice grab irons, runs down the back here. Of course, you got the famous Canadian style rear headlight, which is just a single light here. Looks really good. Of course, you got the door with the, I call it a porthole window, but it's this circular window here. It looks really nice. Just a lot of nice details on this engine. And we'll come down here. Whoops, I didn't mean to go down that far. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that. But come on. There we go. Okay, so a lot of nice detail in the rear here. Of course, the handrails look really, really nice. There's your coupler cut lever for the rear. You got some nice grab irons on the rear pilot here. There's that knuckle coupler. And this is cool. You got your spare knuckles right here. Looks really neat. There's your rear MU cables right there. Again, looks very nice. Brake hose. Just a really, really nice looking engine. And then we'll come over here. Down the other side of this engine. Here. And unfortunately, I don't have a turntable to put this thing on. So I'm just kind of having to move it. Move the track around manually. But so just kind of bear with me. But we'll take a look at this side here again. Very nice profile of the cab here. Lots of detail. You can kind of get a better look at that bell right there on the front. Looks really, really nice. Decaling is very nice on this engine. The paint looks outstanding. We'll tilt her down here. There's that nice yellow stripe right here. It runs down the side. Again, steps on this side look really, really good. There's the little vent tube for the toilet. Unfortunately, there is no toilet flush feature on this locomotive. I wish there was. I wish ESU would put that on their decoder just for kicks and giggles. But you know what? That's really neither here nor there. But I just thought it'd be kind of funny. But anyway, there's your toilet vent right there. Truck detail looks very good on this side as well. Pretty much the same story as what's on the engineer's side. Very, very nice. Come down the side here. All the little vent tubes that are present right here. Looks very good. All the piping runs up underneath. And we'll tilt the camera up right quick. There's the air horn right there. Looks very good. Of course, you got your Canadian National Noodle style lettering with the Railroad's website right there. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Of course, I'll tilt it down. You guys can get a look at the rear truck detail. Again, looks absolutely outstanding. Right there, of course, more decaling right there, which is readable under magnification. We'll tilt it up to the grills, and that grills has some really, really nice depth to them. I really like the looks of these. And I was looking. I don't know. I'm going to turn the camera back here to the front. These front grills. And I can't remember. It seemed like when I looked at these engines that they might have had see-through grills in them. No, they just got some really nice depth to them. But looks really, really good. This is just a fantastic looking model. Just outstanding. Of course, there's a winterization hatch right here on top. When we fly over the top of this engine, you'll be able to see that better. But just my overall thoughts of this locomotive. As it sits here, let me tilt that down just a little bit. We're going to get a better look at it. But this is just an outstanding model. I mean, it just looks terrific. I mean, what a debut for Aurora Miniatures. I can't wait to get this thing on the layout to test it out. So, yeah, I'm just not going to say anything more. Real quick, let's kind of take a flight over the top of this engine, where you guys can kind of get a look at the fans and everything, and we'll take it out and give it a try. So hang on just a second. Okay, real quick before we take this thing out and take a look at it, I figured we would kind of fly over the top of it and give you guys a real nice look at the details on the top of this thing. Of course, you got your antennas right here. Looks very, very nice. Looks really good. Of course, there's your dynamic brake fan right there. Looks really good. Let's kind of slide this guy forward a little bit. Of course, there's a look at the exhaust. hatch and the air horn. Looks really, really nice. Keep coming down the side here, or keep coming down the top of this thing here. There's a better look at the winterization hatch. Looks very good. There's a look at those fans, which do have the spinning fan blades. So yeah, and there's the rear right there. So just an outstanding looking model. And I'll kind of real quick, I'll kind of zoom in on those fan blades where you guys can kind of get a look at them. You can kind of see them right there. And if you look right there at the one underneath the winterization hatch, you can see that one. Just looks outstanding. Of course, actually these rear grills do have some see-through look to them as you can look down from the top of the locomotive. So that's really cool. That looks awesome. So so yeah, that's kind of gonna take a overview look at this this absolutely beautiful model. What do you say we take this guy out to the layout, fire it up? Let's get a look at the lighting and the just all the nice features of this thing. So we'll be right back. We'll head out to the layout. Okay, we're back on the layout now, and we're ready to test this locomotive out. So I'm going to plug up the DCC system, and we'll get started with and fire this guy up. So we got everything plugged in now, and as you can see, the ground not the ground lights, but the walkway lights are actually on, which is really, really cool. So okay, so we got the locomotive set on the current address of 3. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's try it out. So there's the sound system. A little bit on the quiet side on the prime mover, but it is running, so we'll turn the headlights on. Why my controller likes to activate the wrong functions, I'll never know. So there's the class lights on right there. So, so there's green. There's white. There's red. So really cool. We'll I said, what? So let's ring the bell. Blow the horn. Okay, so that looks really, really good. So let's move it forward. Uh-oh. Let's try it now. There we go. There's the headlights on. Okay. So apparently my layout's having some issues. The cats have kind of broke in and kind of wreaked havoc on the layout, so I don't know if they've done something to the track where it's not where the electricity's not flowing right or something, but it's kind of wreaking a little bit of havoc with my locomotives. They're not responding exactly like they should. They're still running fine. There's no problem with any of the engines or this one, so it's just a deal where I may have to get out here and clean the track. So anyway, there's the headlights and everything on. So we'll take two. So we'll turn the bell on again. You know what? Actually, because I want to show you these step lights right quick. So I'm gonna mount my camera on the other tripod, and I'm gonna show you guys these step lights because this is really cool. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys this because that's really cool right there. See that the step lights are actually functioning. That is absolutely awesome. I love that. That just looks fantastic. So, I never thought I would see this on a factory locomotive. It just looks amazing. And the ground lights are also on. You can't see them because it's daylight out, so it's and they're probably not set to their full brightness either. But they are indeed on because I looked up under there and I can see them lit. So they are on, but those step lights just look incredible. And the class lights, you see them come on there. I just love that. So, okay. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the locomotive forward, and I want to show you guys the cooling fans on this thing. By the way, real quick, I'm going to blow the horn in case you guys didn't hear it real good. So there's the bell. There's the horn. Sounds really good. Sounds really nice. So, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my tripod up, and I'm going to kind of aim it down. Okay, I'm going to move this locomotive forward so I can show you guys the cooling fans, because this is going to blow you guys away. So I'm going to move it forward ever so slightly. Okay, so right there is the cooling fans. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my light on. So there they are, so you can see them. So I'm going to hit F11. Now this is going to turn the cooling fans on. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy. That is absolutely bonkers. And I know I've heard people say that the old Pro 2000 engines, I think the PA had this feature. I don't know that personally because I don't own a Pro 2000 PA. So for me, this is the first time I've ever seen operating cooling fans on a locomotive. This is absolutely outstanding. I mean, it looks amazing. Just outstanding. I love that feature. So I'll shut them back off. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I'm almost curious if the dynamic brakes work on this, if the fan on the dynamic brake works. I'm going to move this thing forward. Well, you know what? Hang on. Let me reattach this camera to the other tripod. So hang on. Okay, we're moving the engine forward now. Real quick. So we're just kind of going to let it crawl because I'm curious. I wonder if this thing actually does have a functioning dynamic brake fan. So. My hunch is probably not, but Well, I can't see it spinning, so, but regardless, I mean, this thing is just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to shut the dynamic brakes off again. I want to turn those fans on again. I mean, look at that. Spinning fans. You got lighted step lights. You got front pilot light. I mean, that is just amazing. Let me tilt that up a little bit, and I'll turn that light off so you guys can see the rear headlight. There it is, lit up, looks really nice and bright. So we'll back her up. I mean, my final thoughts on this locomotive, of course, you see the number boards are lit too. I mean, this thing is off the charts. I've never seen anything like this. This locomotive is going to change the way we look at HO locomotives from here on out. That's really all I got to say. I mean, this thing's a game changer. So, we hope you enjoyed this review on this this absolutely stunning model. I'll just say again, what a debut for Aurora Miniatures in the North American market. This thing's amazing. So, yeah. If you haven't picked one up, chances are they're probably sold out by now. Of course, I think when I last checked, Lombard Hobby still had some DCC ready versions left in the zebra scheme. So you might get lucky and pick one up there if you want to add your own decoder. But my goodness, one engine. So I'm going to do a quick run by to end the video. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, how are you going to top this? I can't wait to see how companies like Scale Trains and Athearn and everybody else responds to this. I said in my my year in review video that 2023 could be a wild year. Yeah, hang on, folks. We may be in for quite a ride. So, and also Aurora Miniatures has a C30-7 that's getting ready to come out. I can't wait to see that model, especially after what we've seen from this one. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll leave you with a run by, and we'll catch you on down the road for the next review. So take care, everybody. Bye for now.